Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland, and today I'm kind of come indoors to cool down a wee bit, so I thought I would come live and play with this host stamp set. Oh, bear with me. Just getting set up. I'm not sure if anyone will come live to join me today because it's an unusual time for me to come on. So I'm just going to craft. Oh, Randy is here. There is someone here. I'm not all on my own. It's an unusual time for me, so I'm not really expecting people. However, Jackie's come in too, so that lovely. Thank you for not leaving me all on my own, ladies. There's something nice to craft with company. I'm not prepared, you know me. We definitely are flying, and I can see I've made some kind of error in the title, but I'll sort that later. So I just had a couple of ideas going on. The thing is, I probably forget what they are while we're crafting, but this set that I'm using is actually the host set. So for the benefit of people who may come on later and watch this on replay, to be able to purchase one of the host sets, there's two here in the catalogue on page 172. In the UK, you're required to have an order of £150 or more. Now, you could be putting that in along with a friend or something, and then you could buy this with your rewards and share it, perhaps. It's always so. These the value of these two stamp sets are each valued at £22 if they were being sold normally. But if you're buying them with your rewards, you only need to use £13 of your rewards for either of those two sets. So I don't have the Calm and Quiet yet, but I have the Night of Flight. If you really do want to own this stamp set and you don't have an order of £150 or more all at once, then please get in touch with me, and we can maybe, you know, put some orders together and get that sorted for you so you can have it. But speak to me anyway, don't just dismiss it just because you can't put an order of £150. It is a fun set. Now, I've just got some bits of card left over from yesterday's class that have been chopped to sort of card size. What are they? They're all the same here. Yeah, 10.1 centimetre by 14.4 centimetres roughly. Probably trim them, but my kind of idea is based on heat embossing here, but I'm going to put down a little bit of easy background, and I thought I would use this blotchy stamp that I don't know if I've used it, but it comes with Perched on a Tree. I think it's probably for kind of colouring in this bird. Hi Karen, in you come. In you come. It's one of my, oh look, leftover from last night's class. Right, I have got loads of so my idea, just to get me started, was I just picked three colours, sort of two subtles and one of our new in colours. A returning colour, oh that's a returning colour, but they're both in subtles and this is in colour. So, ooh. But what I'm going to do is just put three blobs on here. But I'm going to do Stampin' Off. I have actually brought some, my thing to clean, what's it called? Chamois. I've wet my chamois ready for cleaning. It's probably too wet, but what I'm going to do is stamp off with each of these. So I'm going to use what I consider to be just a blob. That's just a bit of colour in the background, because I'm just going to keep this one, the first card background, Simple. Why am I taking that off? What I want to do is make sure it's clean, and I need... Hey Michelle, in you come, in you come. Come and sit by my fan if you're hot. Because I certainly am. Let's see this wild feet. Off. I might put this one about there. It's very wet. I need to take some of that off. It's blotchy, but it just won't matter for this thing in my head. Right. And then Lost Lagoon, which is a new colour to me. I think it just left just before I joined. Hi Kay! Yeah, right. So just to put a wee bit colour in the background, so I'm just going to keep this very simple, she says. See, I haven't even inked any of this. I don't even know which ones. And I hope my fan isn't too distracting for you, so I don't know how. Oh yeah. I think the big one's too big. It was around when you first joined, Karen, right? Okay. So I'm going to stamp these, well obviously that one, like that, on the blob. And then I am actually going to, I think we'll heat emboss with black, and then I'll do some other things with heat emboss with black. That's the kind of theme was, I'm going to have to bring this down here because I can't see what we're doing here. I really was just supposed to be cleaning my desk. It never happened. So I've got shells I brought back from the holidays. I've got a big bowl in the garden to put them in. Right, so I've got black markers for my knitting. Look, ready to go now. Black powder. Got my brush. I've obviously been using silver. Look, I've got it melted on there. And my buddy. Right, so we've got all that. So we've got stamps stuck to the bottom of that. Let's close the inks. So who else is having a heat wave? Because usually when a heat wave is sort of to be for the UK, we don't get it in Scotland, but we certainly have this week. Right, I think she might be nearly organised. What do you think? If they fit on G blocks, we're laughing because I've got a lot of G blocks here. I'm not clever about Fahrenheit, but that does sound hot. From my memories of Fahrenheit, I'm pretty sure that's hot. Right, she's got organised, has she? Maybe. Yeah, this, no, for balance we'll do this one. So I'm inking this with Versamark, which is our sticky ink. Sticky icky ink. Oh, what did I not do before I put that down? My embossing buddy, especially as that I've put ink on here as well. So this will absorb any grease from my fingers, and it's anti-static as well, so then hopefully the embossing powder will only stick to where we want it to stick. So that one. Can't see it at the moment, but we know it's there. Yeah, 33 is hot, okay? Yeah, that's definitely hot for New Jersey. Wow. Maybe hit that one straight. I actually love moths. As you know, I quite like to look at things very closely, and if you look closely at any of our British moths, the markings on them is exquisite. I know they can be a pest, and I have got 2 or 3 tops that are starting to develop holes, and that could just be down to moths, but then it could be down to just washing them too often, or we'll pop this one there. Right, we'll just go with that. So don't put your Versamark out the way, Janice, because you want to use it again. I want my powder. Seem to have silver on them, so just I've been prepping some samples for a technique class on embossing, which is why everything is out. I think I've just got another 2 cards to do on it, so I will be advertising that soon. This is so handy, your little tool thing for your embossing. I need more black powder, I think. Look, this one's going low. Hey Carol, in you come. In you come. Get yourself a drink off the table. I'm just hoping it's not too warm. Maybe putting the fan off actually. Maybe not a good idea to have a fan over your embossing powder, is it? Let's see, we don't know if this will work or not, but we can only try. Oh. There were bits on the edge of there and there that didn't have too much powder in here as well. I'm just offering the powder in again. Wow, I think this is going to look pretty stunning. I'm going to put that over there out the way so that I don't, and then I'm just using my brush to knock off these bits. I'm just going to put that down in it because I'm and this brush is really handy, but if you don't have one, just any dry paintbrush, even one of your children's ones. Powder everywhere. Janice at her best. Right, you might want to put your sound down a bit because I'm going to put my heat gun on. Let's see if I had a silicone mat to put behind it to protect my... I need to get one of those, a wee clipboard or something. I do have, but then I lose. Do you know what I mean? I get things and then I lose them. Right, I'm just going to heat this up. What do you think? There's quite a few blotches, so let's just get out a splatter stamp, pretend they're on purpose. Does anyone know where to put my memento? Luckily I've got more than one, so if I miss this one, I'll find the other. So because I've not got all the little bits of black off, let's just decided I'm just going to do it all over. Why not? It's just a bit up there. Hi Heather, in you come. Are you here to cool down or heat up? I'm going to trim this down and make it into a card, and while I'm thinking about what I want to do next. I need some black, scrap of black. Oh, that's not black. That's early espresso. Okay, just give me a moment. quiet because I was thinking, hey Brenton, and you come. You guys are kind of in winter, aren't you, Brenton? We're in summer. So see, I like it. I'm liking. I'm just going to give it a white. Is that, yeah, that's thick. I love these, as I say, I just love these moths the minute I saw it. And then I forgot to put it in my first order. Oh, look. We just make each card up as we go, otherwise I'll end up with a pile of cards that are not made up. We'll need to think of a sentiment as well. Still June, I'm still on that birthday thing. So see if I can find a birthday. Oh, that's quite cool. Don't quite want to swap places with you, but right at the moment it's a bit hot for Scotland. If you were on holiday by a pool or the beach, our temperature's perfect. I saw a friend put on Facebook the other night there, when you're trying to work and go about your daily life, it's like the devil's armpit. It's like, I thought that was quite a funny expression. But if you see, I hadn't finished heat embossing on there. Look, that's not properly, and I know that this will lift when I try to. Should have checked that. But what I can do, if it's here and not somewhere else, of course my black isn't here, but I've got one of these. Which one's, oh no, that's not it. Your markers, I've got a fine one, a fine black marker would do. I don't know where, I always have a basic black one in my tub, but I don't today. The pictures, these ones are really old, so I don't think I can read. That's thick. These are old Stampin' Up! Journaling pens. There, on first glance you won't really notice. That should come. There we go. Of course I can always put the sentiment over that bit. So what's everybody else doing right now? Is anyone else crafting? Has anyone else got this set? Right, what other ideas did we have? I had loads, and now I didn't write them down. I might just do a sort of classic on a white background and colour them in. You're watching an old Elvis film. Oh, just, I can't do films and TV during the day. I'm happy with that. I'll think about the sentiment later. I want to stamp and colour. I think this time I am just going to stamp straight on the white. Am I going to stamp with black or I'm going to heat emboss? Stamping or heat emboss, and then I'm going to colour with my blends because I want to. What do you think? Heat emboss again and then colour with blends, or just stamp and colour with blends? I think the heat emboss does show up nicely, doesn't it? So let's just go for it, and then it helps people like me stay in the lines. Which is the biggest one? Let's see if we can do it straight. We might not be able to do it straight because it's me. Right. Right. Okay, where's the mark? It has bits that you can use stamps to, you know, two-step stamping that you can colour in the bits, but I kind of just, sometimes you just want to relax and do your own thing. So I'm just going to do the sort of classic kind of, hopefully a classic kind of composition. If you check on Artful Stamping with Ruth, I know she did something about a month ago on one of her Masculine Mondays. So that's that one, and then I can't really see very well what I'm doing, and there's less chance of you seeing what I'm doing here, but I'm just doing it anyway. Just making sure I've got enough. I think this would be good. You could have good fun with watercolour with this as well, which I may come on and do another day on the watercolour paper. You could do some heat embossing, emboss resist. And then I'll take this other one that's the same sort of shape. Oh no, it's huge, isn't it? Is this too big? Too big. Too big. We've got about this one then at the bottom, because it's different to what we already used. Right. I'm hoping I'm getting these right down the middle, but not matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. Closing everything up, putting the stamps out the way before I bring out the embossing powder. If I had a wee teaspoon in here, I would have been able to just toss this over, but I don't, so I'm going to feed it back in, and I'm aware there is a little bit of silver powder in there, but I'm just not going to worry about it. So mixed embossing powder gives you a different effect. Come on. And you go. I think I might have a little bit of dampness in here. That won't surprise you, I don't think. Right, so let's see. think in the warm weather, if you do have to work quite quickly. I mean, that ink doesn't dry as quick as our classic inks, but in the extra heat that it's not used to. So that one obviously hadn't stamped as well as it should have. But again, I'll just sort that with my marker pen. Again, I'm not going to sweat it. I think it is drying quicker than it normally does for me. I don't know how that works for you guys that are in hot countries. Brush. If you go near your image, be careful. I mean, these would be fun for masking projects as well. Fussy cutting, they're easy to cut out. Loads and loads of techniques you can use for this set. It just doesn't want to. Let's just go with it. Right, where's my tweezers? Right, let's heat it. If you need to turn down now. You could, yes, Kay, you could. Right, so you wouldn't really know that that was... My shape's not good, but I'm not going to play with it. Right, so... There are still speckles, but what it was when the heat gun kind of blew the bits, but let me just make myself more comfortable here, because this sheet has now got embossing powder on it. I've put the tray away over out the way. Nope. I love embossing powder, but I don't feel like the texture of it when it gets all over my mat. Okay, so I'm thinking I might just use a brush to put a kind of background in. I'm going to use this littler one and bring in my Night of Navy or Misty Moonlight. Will we go? I can't reach. Will we go with Misty Moonlight? And then I might not colour. I'm not sure. I mean, to do this background, you could mask off the moths. I'm not going to, because I'm going to use my blends, I think. Just sort of putting like a background on. So yeah, in answer to your question, yes you can use your blending brushes. You could use them to colour in the actual moths as well. So I mean, this wasn't in my head, this isn't one of the ideas I had, but do you know what? I don't write my ideas down, because if I did, if I came back to it, I wouldn't know what the heck I was talking about anyway. So. That is gorgeous. Right, so and then I'm just going to colour the moths with the ink. Now I do have two of our new in colours in blends, so let's use them in one of the moths. I don't even have them out of the pack. No idea what I'm doing. Virgin me. Now we do in Scotland often see a hawk moth, which I believe is pink, probably not. That's the dark, moody mauve. Now your alcohol markers will dull down the black if you go over it, so probably you should try to stay within the lines with your alcohol markers. But if you wanted to use your Stamp-Right markers, then the embossing would resist that. Again, this is not a colouring class. This is just Janice putting colour in, which is good to let you see that even if you're not, or don't consider yourself good at colouring, these pens are so forgiving. I'm just using the light moody mauve here. Of course, I'll probably forget to talk to you because I'll start to get absorbed in what I'm doing, especially in that I'm trying not to take my pen over the black bits, I'm trying to stay in the line. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Well, you know, I know self-praise is not really praise, but colouring around the black. I'll show you the difference. What we'll do is we'll do this bit with a Stamp-Right marker. Hi Pauline. Yeah, just coming out of the heat just to cool down. Drink my cold cup of tea. Do you know what? There's my Lemon Lolly Stamp-Right marker. We'll take the paintbrush end of it, and then you can just go right over the black, and because this is water based, the black will resist it. And it doesn't go through the paper whereas your alcohol marker does, so it's just showing you. Oh, I like that. I really like that. So what if we use, see, then it's quick to colour because you can just go right over the lines. So if you're in a hurry, maybe get some more, what will I get? Pebbled path for the bodies maybe. Let's go with the bold blue, bring it in. Or moody mauve, because do you know what, that's quicker. See, I thought I was going to be doing it all in alcohol markers, pebbled. We'll just do the so these are the Stamp-Right markers I'm using now because I'm lazy. Don't have to be too particular because they'll come off. Now this one can have, let's go for boho blue. The Lemon Lolly's quite bright. I haven't used that marker pen before, but it's pretty bright. Right, okay, so there we can have some blue stripes. Yellow eye there. Sometimes you do think these moths are looking at you, don't you? Decisions. I just don't overthink it, Janice. So again, it's just putting colour on. It's, as I say, it's not colouring glass or anything like that. Obviously, you know, you've got time, you can take your time and just oh, come in into the cool. I'm usually saying come away in and sit by the fire, but not today. Not Scotland. Very unusually. We're being heated by the big round fire in the sky. You know, it's like just like a classic composition of prints that you see. I think I'm going to use dottage again to distract from my stray powder, and I'm going to trim this down. So I'm going to trim it a little, not so much as the other one. We don't, Pauline, and do you know what? For this it was perfect. Right, I think I maybe was supposed to take a slice off that one. Right, well I'll just need to do that now. That was too... No, just leave it at that. Need a bit off here though. That's okay, isn't it? Right. Well, that's not wide enough, is it? However, this is. So, the brain is kicking in with measurements. Not really here to, you know, to deal with giving people precise measurements, because we all use slightly different sizes. It's more to inspire your stamping and your general creativity and using what you've got. Now I think if I, oops, go there. If I just use this in the, what did I use? Misty Moonlight, didn't I? If I just put some dotage. Oh no, I did do that. I did do that dottage in black, so let's clean that one off. Right. I think if we just do this in. It'll distract from the stray embossing powder. It could be a rainy sky or something, I don't know. But there, I'm done. Yep, it looks a bit bright just now, but it will go back a bit. Well, hope you like these, because I do. And as I always say, you know, if you're happy with what you do yourself, then somebody else will like it too. Not everybody, but because I heat embossed on this, then the card has gone a bit wibbly wobbly. sticking it down to another piece of card is a good idea. So matting it to help it to... Where is my bone fold? There it is. Has anybody got some spare time that would like to come and clean my desk? Clean it up and put everything away. Just making sure that the glue's all spread out. Nope. That's the first one. Where's the other white card base? There we go. So you're all okay. You'd stop talking. You're just mesmerised. Some of you are busy doing other things, but I know that. I know. Who'd have think we'd have been seeking out the shade, Karen? Right, let's tidy up. When I say let's tidy up, I mean let's sweep everything to the side and get a clear surface so we can actually... Right, so what do you think? Do you think these should just be kept as notelets and put a sentiment at a later date when I know what I'm going to use them for? What do you think? Do you see my hand talking to my brain there? That was it telling my brain that needs folded down. Yeah, I do like the yellow, the lemon lolly in there. It's quite vibrant, isn't it? So yeah. So thanks for coming and sharing some time with me this afternoon. Just playing. This is how this is how things get developed and ideas come, is just by playing. I had no idea that I was going to use the dottage stamp, but that is because I had stray embossing powder, and well, I would defy you to show me where that is now. So yeah, just a bit of fun. So what's this called again? Is it Night of Flight or... Yeah, so which one do you like best? This one or this one? Do you know what? You could even just plain and simply stamp 3 in black and leave it at that. Because the detail in these... I mean, look at that wee face, looking at it. It's like he's got leaves for ears. But then we could do masking, and we could have these flying over loads of flowers. I'm thinking of a one sheet wonder actually, with flowers and moths and... Yeah. I'm pleased with what I've done. My embossing wasn't the best quality, but that's because I'm always in a hurry. Yeah, I think that might be tomorrow. Might come and do a one sheet wonder with flowers and moths. But now I've said it out loud, somebody might beat me to it. But do you know what? They'll never be the same anyway. Never get to the same. I've got a team meeting tonight, or somebody to come on and do that later. But anyway, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. I hope these have inspired someone to get that stamp set out and actually use it. Because I know that there's a few people got it and they haven't used it. So yeah, so I'm going to see if I can find the way out. If you're watching this on replay, please let me know which one you like best. See if I can find the way out. Look, I've still got my Kouslik. And I'm not going anywhere, I just wash and go. And that's what this does. But it's getting cut tomorrow. So yeah, take care everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. I have crafting with my team tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. Yes, please subscribe if you haven't already. Please press the bell icon to get note of when I'm coming on again. And just enjoy the rest of your day. Be happy. Bye bye.